Sharon Stone comes on board for season 2 of The Flight Attendant, and star Kaley Cuoco has a great story about her first day on the set.
What was the first day shooting with Sharon Stone like? Because you've worked with a lot of legends on a lot of different things, but how was that? Tell me about that day.
Oh my God, it was unbelievable. Well, okay, so I haven't told this story yet. This is a good one.
Okay, good.
You're getting a first time story right here. Okay, you've seen my collection of coffee mugs, right? You know I talk about this. Okay.
Yes.
If you haven't, okay, fine. So I collect coffee mugs and I make coffee mugs. My assistant and I we make them as gifts, and I'm obsessed. I put pictures on them. It's just a personal thing I love doing. Anyway, so when I heard Sharon was going to do our show, I read the things that she needs and the things that are important to her in her dressing room and all this stuff. Well, she had mentioned she loves coffee and it's very important that she has a coffee mug. And I was like, oh, this is my moment. So I'm like, oh my God, this is it. So between me and my amazing assistant, we created a mug of me and her, and it was mother, daughter. It looked like mall pictures, like when you go to the mall and you pose.
Yes, yes.
And of course, I'd never met Sharon, so we had no pictures together. We literally took our heads and put them on next to each other. When I got the mug, I made 2 because of course I had to have one of these gems.
Yeah.
And I was so excited to give it to her. And I'm like, oh God, I hope she thinks this is funny. Is she going to think this is the weirdest thing on planet Earth? So I'm like, no, you just go for it. This is something you love to do. It's okay. So I left it in there with little goodies and coffee. So she had it, and she came to set and she gives me this big hug. She's like, oh, my daughter. And we're talking, and she hadn't mentioned the mug. And I'm like, oh my God, she probably hated the mug. This is so embarrassing. Finally, later she goes, I forgot to mention, how'd you make that coffee mug? And I'm like, did you like it? I go, it's kind of supposed to be a joke, but also not a joke. And I was literally so nervous. She goes, it was brilliant. She loved it. But she waited a while to say it to me. And I was like, oh God, this was such a dumb decision on my part. Oh my goodness.
I love it.
Click subscribe underneath this video and watch The Flight Attendant starting April 21st on HBO Max.